Discrimination, unlawful treatment of people who are living on the streets, violations of free speech, all among the findings from a Department of Justice investigation into the Phoenix Police Department. Now, a major twist, the DOJ is retracting their findings and closing the case.
It's a move by the Trump administration today that essentially erases the findings of a multi-year investigation and officially closes a civil rights investigation.
Let's get right to ABC 15. Chief Investigator Dave Biskobing, you've been following this for years now. Surprised you at all?
Somewhat yes, but mostly no. Ever since Trump won office, this has been largely expected. In fact, during his last term, he pretty much shut down DOJ investigations into police as well. And every expert and insider we've spoken to says, well, this was really largely expected, and it was just a matter of time. Now, Phoenix officials deny that when the report came out last summer, that their strategy was to wait out the DOJ all the way until the election and see if Trump won before agreeing to any oversight. But critics believe the stalling was intentional. Either way, it paid off for the city when Trump won.
So essentially what happens now is Phoenix kind of completely off the hook on this?
Well, they're off the hook with the feds, right? But if you remember, there have been several cases that were in the DOJ report that have resulted in multi-million-dollar lawsuits. And there are still some cases in the DOJ report that are part of ongoing lawsuits. So that's all very much alive. And it's still possible that community and or legal groups file their own special lawsuit or lawsuits to get oversight over Phoenix PD. In fact, that's what happened with the sheriff's office here. It wasn't the DOJ that took MCSO over, it was the court.
So you said part of today's announcement was surprising. Which part?
Well, it's the fact that the DOJ decided to fully retract the report. That was surprising, basically saying, hey, forget this 3-year investigation that was done. Let's erase it. In the announcement today, the U.S. Assistant Attorney General wrote, today we are ending the Biden Civil Rights Division's failed experiment of handcuffing local leaders and police departments with factually unjustified consent decrees. Now, the final DOJ report into Phoenix was one of the worst in history. So now the question, does the DOJ really just erase it from their website? Does Phoenix do the same? Either way, we won't erase it. Regardless of how you feel about all of this and how it all went down, we think it's important for the public to see exactly what was in the report. That's why we did a special 32-part video series showing the real cases and real people highlighted in that report. Our goal has always been for you to be the judge of what is factual or false, justified or unjustified.
And we know you are going to keep following every twist and turn in this. Dave Biskobing, our chief investigator. Dave, thank you.
Well, no one's covered the DOJ like our ABC 15 investigators, and we're bringing you continuing team coverage throughout the evening. Tonight at 10 o'clock, our Lillian Donahue is wrapping up today's developments and listening to the community about their trust in the DOJ. You can also find our digital video series online at abc15.com/DOJ, where we break down every page of that investigation that's now being dismissed.